and record the computer. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We are here. It is the Y&R. We're young and restless. Mini spotlight. I'm James Lott Jr. I'm restless, and my co-host, she's young. The computer. Candice Mack. Oh my goodness! Oh, shut up, James. Oh my goodness! We are here. It is. Shut up. There you go. We're here. Candice Mack. We're on opposite ends of the coasts. We are here to talk to you about what happened in Genoa City last week. They're back in Genoa City finally.
Amen.
That's one thing I'm happy about. Okay, but before we talk about all that, I don't give a lot to talk about. First of all, Tammy Govea and Amanda Russ are on assignments. So I'll be back next. Well, Tammy won't be here next week either. So hopefully Amanda will be back next week.
Yeah, Tammy will be back probably in around September. We're thinking.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get to all that, but they're not here.
We'll talk about that later.
They're not here today. But also, after this, Candice, that's all bold and beautiful.
Oh, Jesus.
I did chuckle several times. I had to chuckle several times. Yeah, when Liam stepped to homegirl, I had to chuckle.
That's the big topic of social media is the whole what should they have done regarding that scene with Grace.
I chuckled.
Everybody is on different ends of it. We'll talk about it next.
Yes, on the Bold and Beautiful Spotlight. And then after that, the guests continue on General Hospital. I have Van Hansis. So we're going to talk to, and Candice is a great fill-in. Well, I don't know if she's a fill-in anymore. She's kind of a rotating host at this point, folks.
I'm just here.
She comes on the shows and doesn't leave.
They told me I could leave, but I chose not to because I'm here for you guys. I'm here for the people.
I love it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Van Hansis plays I almost said Luke. Oh my god, wrong show.
I mean, technically speaking, though, he plays Lucas.
That's right.
So technically, it is Luke because Lucas is Luke.
Oh so I gotta believe that. And two big of the roles that you play, both are basically Luke's.
Mm-hmm.
He's named after. Oh, that's right. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm having epiphanies on.
He just had a moment, you guys. That was a beautiful thing.
I was like, oh my god. Hi, Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. Bring me some Junior's cheesecake. I can't eat anymore. Anyway, back to my nice little side note. Yeah, so we have Van Hansis. Yes. And yes, folks, next Sunday we have Sidwell, Carla Rota. So you're not going to want to miss that. Thank you, Kathleen Gotti. You know, it's my girl. You know, that's my girl. And I just love her to pieces. And like I said, Herbie and Frank, we go back 10 years. I mean, we go back a long time. So from the AfterBuzz TV days. So yes, we love her. So yeah, thank you. And it's Kenneth Clark's pre-birthday.
Hey.
Yeah, it's an interesting month for James Lott Jr. because it's the anniversary of my brother Max's death. But you guys know when I found out all those years ago, so I always get a little sad. He's not here. He's supposed to be here. And my brother JR's birthday, he's here. He's here. Look at that. And then Moses is not here either. It's his birthday this month too. He's not here. It's been 2 years. Kind of crazy. But anyway, so we have GH after that, and then of course my chocolate twin, Tony Moore, and his gang are talking about Days of Our Lives, the Peacock's #1 award-winning, hit exclusive, whatever how he says it, show over there. So you get that, and then just want you guys know tomorrow night, all you and Just Like That fans, me and Emily May Heller are back. Woo! We got a lot to talk about, kids. So settle in. 7:00 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. You're gonna want to be in the chat tomorrow. Even if you don't watch our other shows, you're gonna come tomorrow night because we have a lot, LOTTTTTTT to say.
Grab a drink.
Grab a drink. Grab your wife.
Grab a snack. You literally. I officially caught up, and
it's gonna be
Kim Control. If you're watching,
it's watching my show. I'm sure.
I need for you and Nicolette Sheraton to like, y'all need to talk to somebody because I need a spinoff of Sex in the City Paris or something to save this because
Laura says also, reminder everyone, remember to cook your chicken. Okay, well, or you get food poisoning. That was not fun on my vacation in Rhode Island. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, you should always cook your chicken well.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, okay, I'm making some chicken later today, so I'll make sure I'll cook that shit all the way through. I'll put mine in the air fryer, so it'll be fine. They'll get it. Food poisoning is the worst. Okay, is that all the church announcements? All the church announcements. Yeah. Oh, I want to thank everybody. My number 2 show right now is the Not Standing After Show. I put a new episode out on Friday. We talked about Ann Matheson, Michelle Phillips. So thanks for making that show a huge hit for me. And my Want to Live After show is number 3 today. So I want to thank everybody who's tuning in and listening to my Want to Live After show. New episodes out on Fridays. Usually I call it a lot of drama Fridays. So, and I interviewed the original Kayla from Days of Our Lives, Captain Mary Stewart. That'll be out next week. It's a 2-parter.
Okay.
I talked about Kayla and how she was the second Brady introduced on the show after Roman.
Little known fact for you Days fans who didn't know.
Little days action. Those were the days. Or look who's related.
That's segments on Dish and Days. Trademark. Can't talk about it.
It's very close to my segment, so I don't know. Am I shady? Is it Shady Sunday? I mean, mine was first. Okay, so also, if you feel like you want to give a few bucks to James Lott Jr., just because he works hard for you, super chats are enabled if you want to give something. So please feel free to give a super chat. And if you actually ask a question in a super chat, I will read it on air and we will answer it to the best of our ability. Okay, to our people watching. Oh, and also, kids, I'm going to make the announcement on here. There will be a Beyond the Gates after show here on JLJ Media. I know.
What?
That's crazy. So on audio, on all the audio streaming service programs, I have got it approved. So go to where you find audio, hit the follow button. I put out a little teaser, so you can say it's there. But it'll be Candice and Amanda will be the lead hosts, but there'll be other people also doing assignments. So it's gonna be a cross between these shows and my other after shows that I don't do live. So it's gonna be all kind. Everybody saying yes in chat. So all kind. And the guys been asking for it, and the guys want it. We're bringing it to you.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say this too. And yes, folks, of course you're going to see James.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to see Walker.
Yes.
And you're going to see Tony, who, by the way, tomorrow, want to plug this because it's all tied in here. Check out his YouTube channel, Tony, not the Dish and Days one, because this is separate. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. East, he is going to have my girl, my sister, who better remind her mama about this. Seriously, girl, if you don't call your mama, I will. Miss Carla Mosley, aka Messy Danny Dupree, as I call her, yes, for 101, talking about all things Beyond the Gates. Hopefully, some Gone Light. Hopefully, her pop star career. Y'all know about that.
I told him some stuff. I told him some stuff. He didn't know who she was. I told him some stuff.
And and other things too about being a successful woman.
I'm shady. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, he's gonna talk to her all kind of stuff. I had to fill him in. That's my friend. I had to fill him in who she was. So
I mean, you could have let him have that. Yeah. And if there's anything that you need from Tony, obviously it's live. I don't know if he's going to do Q&As from the fans.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, it is because Carla loves to talk.
She does, and Tony's good. If you want to see Man Grant interview, it's good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, support him. Support Tony too.
He's part of us. He's part of our whole thing, so to speak. So so Beyond the Gates after show is coming. It's gonna be all kinds of surprises. We're gonna do all kinds of different things, but we might do a live show too, or try to do live shows, and we're thinking about doing them on Sunday. So just stay tuned for those announcements, and we'll let you know what's going on. So I'll let you know what's going All right. I think it's all church announcements for now. I think it's everything. Yeah, it's everything for now.
Amen.
Amen. Actually, my brother actually just headed to church right now, so he does doing there.
Yeah.
I gave him some $2 bills for the tithe. I said, these are cute. Give them to God. Give $2 bills to God.
Yeah, make sure that priest not lock people in like another minister. Just because they didn't give up money, you're gonna lock the door.
The YouTube channel, I'm going to put it in the chat. It's called Lounging with Tony.
Lounging with Tony.
We can't spell it. I should spell it correctly. With Tony. So it's called Lounging with Tony. That's his channel.
Yeah.
So if you like Trisha Mann Grant, he did an interview with her too.
Yeah, so that was a good one too.
That was a great one. So check that out. But yes, Walker, Tony, and I are planning on doing an episode right. So it won't be a live. It won't be live. It won't be a recap. Probably just kind of us being shady talking about it.
They're gonna drive by.
It will drive by. We love it. We all watch the show. We love it. So, but yeah, you'll see us. But we're gonna give you all kind of stuff. So for that, so I'm very excited. And yes, the Santa Barbara After Show is still in production, pre-production. I had a couple of setbacks I got to take care of first, and once I get those things taken care of, she knows what they are. Then I'll be.
I did, but I'm still salty because there should have been a little date. You didn't even do a daytime today, like just to, celebrate the show that
That week I found out some news that wasn't.
I know. I know, but I'm just saying.
I saw it in my notes. I had notepads everywhere, and it said July 30th.
I still got my C, so in case you need the prop.
Yeah, I got it. I would see somewhere. Not LOTT. I'll do my L and do it. Just like hit my head with it.
I mean, because seriously, when I tell y'all I have my props and stuff nearby, I really do.
Oh my God, there's a C. If you know. Harris Barnes says, I heard about that too with the guy locking people in Candice, but that's a story for another time.
or the female, real quick, or the female. I don't know if you guys heard about this. This is the new one. This happened in Chicago. Somebody gave like fake money, like Monopoly money.
You laugh.
And she literally went off on him and like said everything that God wouldn't want somebody to say. And but God is good all the time, right? Like God is good.
God's good all the time. God's good. Italian Stallion says, Eric's about how bad the show is, but he still finds it watchable. Well, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that today. Because I do have some positive things to say actually today.
I actually do too. I watched all of it. You guys may know I'm not watching day by day. I'm actually watching it all in one sitting, like SoapNet back in the day. I miss you, SoapNet. Anyway, and I've noticed some things, but obviously, real quick, let's kick this off real quick. So Jill Phelps is over there.
Yep.
She back, y'all. She back. She back in the saddle as a producer, not executive producer. We want to make sure to say that. She's been supervising the day-by-day operations, production, all that. She's been there for 7 months. James, what do you think about that?
Well, I know you have a stronger reaction to her than I do.
I'm being, look.
I don't have a strong reaction to her, so I'm like, I just go, okay. I'm like, I hope it works out. I mean, I don't see a major change happening, so I don't have anything to say. I don't see a major change. I don't see a major change happening, so I don't at the moment. So I don't know. I'm kind of waiting.
I can't believe you put me here. Okay, so I knew about this, and I kept my mouth shut. Like I said, yes, on Soap Party when Jill got fired from Young and the Restless, yes, we did have a special show to celebrate. But at the end of that show, I gave her props. This is what I'm going to say. To me, Young and the Restless needs help. They need some kind of production structure. There's some other things, and we can say whatever we want, but Jill knows how to do some of this stuff. So
the side already has his thumbs down. Maureen, Frankie, Nadine, etc.
Trust and believe. The fan side of me is like screaming, like.
See, I know all the stuff. I know the strong reaction. I know all the stuff.
Right, but at the same time, I have to look at what she has done for daytime. I mean, she brought Justin Deeds on the guy like. production value, she's good too. And when she was running some of these shows, they were better then than some of them are now, if I'm going to be honest. So, I mean, right now she ain't trying to take Josh's job. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, Elizabeth Henderson, who plays Chloe, she thanked it Jill for the directing because now she's directing now. So
yeah, no, Jason, I agree with you. Yeah, see, the actors know how to act. They're acting. They're acting their asses off. It's just the writing and the stories.
mm-hmm.
They did actually start always saving grace to the show. Yeah, they are. I mean, that's the thing. They have a high, and that's almost also offensive. There's such a high caliber count of actors. The writing should be better. That's kind of so. Let's lead into this. Okay, so one of the things that I'm happy about is that they're back in Genoa City.
Amen.
They're back. So good. Let's go forward. I've actually enjoyed some of the conversations. I guess I'll call them conversations. One, they brought back Jill. That's the title of this episode. Do Zoom. She looks great. Hope Just Walton's doing okay. So I'm glad that she was there. I actually enjoyed the whole Kane. Phyllis just standing back watching Billy Jill situation because they dug into the history for a change, and they really went and it's complicated. The dysfunction is complicated, and I'm sorry, Jason Thompson's a great actor. I just think that he really conveys that line of Billy being self-deprecating and self-destructive. Also, Jill wasn't the best mother, and and there's complications in that too. And later, when his talk with Jack, we'll talk about that in a second too. There's a lot, and the whole Kane story is a whole complicated mess in there. And Billy is a petulant child in some ways, but I felt for him in those scenes, and you could tell Phil's was kind of like, "Wow, this is really serious." And it was the first time I actually kind of believed Billy Flynn was Kane. I don't know. I mean, that whole sequence. So I'm curious what your thought that whole sequence. I just kind of thought that's actually kind of cool because it's complicated.
Okay, so first, again, I agree. Just Walton, I hope you're doing okay. I'm missing you in person on the set. But hey, if they got it worked out where you can come in and stuff like, because, hey, that's the way the world is now.
Yeah.
I'm fine. The Jill Billy Kane story from Jump. I'm going all the way back to 2008, 2000 and all that stuff. I like how they actually incorporated it with what's happening now, because it's always been a trigger for me, some of you guys who are watching, and as well as Billy, is that with everything that Kane has done, lying about who he originally was, Colin, all that jazz, Jill still favors him over her own son. Yes. Imagine how that feels. Is that a con artist gets all the love and fuzziness, and you're the child, and you're like this. Okay. It irked me, though. I will say this. When she got on the phone and she said, "How come Kane had to tell me about Chance and you didn't?" And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, why didn't Billy call? I'm like, I literally was like sitting here because, okay, side note, I have an issue with how they handled Chance's death.
Yeah, we all, that's a side note.
I just don't. And there was a line that Jill said, and I just was like, okay, I need to go straight to Television City and talk to the writers. Just so everybody knows, Nina had 2 kids.
Yeah, I know. Hello, Ronan. Hello.
Ronan was a child. No, he was not Jill's grandson.
No, right.
But Nina had Woo!
I hated that when they said, yes, our only
I'm
child.
like this. I'm like, so we're doing the Dylan McAvoy. We're erasing Ronan
Right.
from the situation of it all. Because I was like this.
I know, me too. I did the same thing.
Did she just say? Now, will I say maybe she was talking in the sense of, and I was like, no, I can't even do that. I was like, maybe she was just and whatnot. So that, but again, the fact that Billy never had the true love of his parents because he wasn't around John.
Remember, let's talk about that when we get to Peter.
Okay, yeah.
Touched
But
on.
no, I agree with you 100. I'm just like, Jill, you and Kane, like, and then you know what irked me? The Jill has known that Kane was the Moss this whole time.
That's the next thing too. Yes.
This is what's frustrating me. So Victor figured that Kane was him. Take a shot. And then we got Jill over there saying, yeah, he reached out. We reconnected when Colin was dying. And I'm like, so Jill knew this whole time who this y'all are trying really hard to work my last nerve. I'm just like, and then, oh God.
So, okay,
and then like, yeah, just,
Stop right there for a second. Because in the chat, let's see. Okay. Simon Stewart said.
Simon says.
Simon said that. But actually, Paris Barnford said, I'd rather they focus on Billy's complicated relationship with his mother. Like, she likes that. Veronica, it's interesting that Jill knew who Aristotle Dumas was and kept it a secret. Janaea, I love a messed up Billy and Abbott brother. We haven't talked about that. Duan's funny. I buy Billy Flynn as Kane as Rebecca Bunnings Taylor. I'm serious. For me, I'm okay with this recast. This one,
it's still a work in progress for me.
I was that tied to Kane, so I don't give a fuck about him. So I don't care. Where I was more tied to the Taylors. You know what I mean? Like I was more tied to those actresses.
Yeah.
It's
still a work in progress for me with Bill. I mean, great. You know, he jumped in. It's still kind of weird that he's playing Kane, knowing all the history. I think that's the thing. If you've been watching for so long, you know who Kane is. As far as, you know, one of the things that made Kane and Lily was the age difference. Let's be real about it. The fact that Kane has had relations with Victoria, Hillary, Phyllis, all these people. And then when you look at Billy Flynn, it's like, okay, we have to imagine this. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, but outside of it, yeah, he's doing good. I got to give it to Billy Flynn. The gray hair is working too, by the way. Just saying, really.
Simon Stewart says, I feel for Billy. Jill never acknowledged Billy's pain. Not saying that right in the main things he did, but Jill wasn't the best and didn't apologize to him. Let's see. I'm gonna go down there. Jill was a con artist in a way too back in the day.
Hello, why do you think Billy's around?
Right, exactly. Right, really, exactly. Billy needs to start humanizing again. He's too cold now. Well, Vicky, I disagree with that. I think that he is. I mean, that's the problem with Billy. He's always so into himself that he's always, when he had that whole podcast and everything, like he's not. I don't find Billy cold. I just find him.
Billy is 50%, and I say this all the time. This is what makes Kyle, Jack, and Billy so interesting. Billy is literally 50% of what Jack used to be. Yeah. Jack is trying to be John. Remember this, folks. Right. Kyle is a mix of Billy and Jack all the way through. That's 50-50 on both ends. Billy's problem is that he just feels as though he needs to be validated by his mother. Because again, John loved his children. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And it's hard for Billy to connect because he didn't have that. Remember, John died when he was technically little, technically speaking, so rest in peace. And Billy was the money baby.
Right.
He wasn't, like, again, John had, allegedly, she had her tubes allegedly, but she got the money. She had the money for 9 months. And that child, again, that was supposed to be her ticket. That was her ticket, actually, to stay in the Abbott home lifestyle. As far as emotional connection went, and Billy feels that every time Billy tries to do something, he feels as though, okay, if I do it, I can finally get mommy to say, that's my boy. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. But instead, no.
So okay, so the chat is very interesting because I see the chat is totally mixed around, and I would tell you I understand. Trust me, I get because Kane was Australian. I get all that. I get all that. But for me, I'm open to change. So, and like I said again, I wasn't Kane was one of my favorite characters or anything. So I'm not that. I'm admitting I'm not that tied. Right. So if I was tied to him, maybe I would feel differently. But I would read this comment. So Taji McAdoo has a whole different. You're going another side of this that I don't. Okay, it's not Kane's fault. Billy has a problem with Jill. Him being close. Billy has held it against Kane forever. He needs to get over it. Jill has done way too much for me, a spoiled baby. See, Taji, that's a scenario, a side that I would even. I mean, it's almost like that's spoken. No, it's not Kane's fault. And we're not even saying it's Kane's fault. On our end, we're just saying that Billy feels a certain way. I don't know. I have siblings, and my mother played favorites. And I know growing up, I was a middle child. I felt I was left alone. And I felt that I had other siblings who got away with everything. My younger brother got away with everything. And I was jealous of him. No, it's not his fault that my mother treated him that way. But we're humans. It's human. It's just like human stuff. So I get what Billy feels a little bit towards Kane, because Kane was a fraud. He came into it a fraud. Right.
He pretended to be Philip.
And that she just has a soft spot for him. So what Candice said earlier, I agree with Candice. I just get that. It's not Kane's fault. Not at all. You're absolutely right. It's not Kane's fault. It's just that it hurts Billy. And it's like, and Jill doesn't really acknowledge that at all. And that's why, kids, all you want, whether you're an adult, you just want your mother to say, I'm sorry. Or just like, or yeah, I am doing that. Yeah, at some point, you let it go at some point, obviously, as an adult. I mean, somewhere. But Kane was gone. He didn't think about it for all these years. Like, it's been
Kane
fine.
is a reminder of, because I'm going to play this beat. I'm going to play it. If Philip, obviously Philip didn't die.
Right.
But at that time, when, back in the 80s, if we didn't have that whole death thing, would Billy still be like this today if Philip was, whatnot? And I think that's the thing, is that Philip is Jill's favorite. Let's cut it out right now. Jill, Philip, that's her baby too. Kane is not Kane's fault, but it is Kane's fault because, and I'm going to say it that way because, yeah, when Jill found out that Kane was Philip, all of the mistakes that Jill made with him and all the emotional stuff, she was able to say, I'm sorry, like kind of get to know this man all over again.
Yes.
It's not Kane's fault that she connected to him. Now, should he have done something to say, rebuke? Yes. Yeah. But he was playing. He didn't expect all of this emotions because it came from Catherine. By the way, Esther, you get my gold star for what you said about Mrs. C. Love Chance. I was like, yes, thank you. Good. But you got all these people who just emotionally just open arms came. And back then, Billy was kind of like this. What the hell?
Taji McAdoo wants to disagree with you. No, Kane did not have relationships with Phyllis or Hillary.
Okay.
He only kissed.
So,
not a relationship, no.
Okay, so okay, my bad.
Get away.
Okay, but he also was with Chloe, correct? Didn't he kiss Lauren? Yes. So again, regardless if it wasn't Phyllis, Nama or whatnot, again, we know Kane's path, like with all these people. Amber, remember that whole Amber thing. So I'm just saying that for long-term fans, it is still a tough pill to swallow that Billy is playing Kane. I can look past the Australian accent because trust and believe, I did that on Bold and Beautiful with Thorn and Ridge. I ain't never know if Thorn and Ridge have accents. Okay? I'm just saying. Or Blair, y'all remember Blair on One Life to Live was not a Southern Belle.
Right, right.
So, but yeah.
Billy's
But yeah.
healthy. So let's go to Jack and Billy. Again, I say this every episode. Peter Bergman. That man could read the phone book, which we don't make those anymore. Read the phone book, and I would watch it happily. He is such the big brother to Billy. And I really, 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 really enjoyed their conversation. Because it was like because Jack had to hold back and listen, just let Billy talk, which I appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this, and I have younger siblings and I have children, but I know the same when someone's telling you, just tell you how they feel. You don't need somebody to tell you, well, you shouldn't feel this way. You know, he just listens. He goes, and he said things like, I understand how hard that makes you feel. I can see that it's eating you up inside. I love that. I love that, Jack. And I love that when Kane told him everything. I'm hoping that's not a fake out and that Kane's doing that. That Billy's doing this to please Kane. I hope it's for real. He said to Jack, I will always have your back. No matter what goes down, he asked me, I'm hoping it's real because it'd be kind of fun if Jack and Billy actually worked together against Kane. I would love it if that's the truth. We don't know if the truth or not yet. We don't know. But the way they made it set up was kind of iffy. I know. Candice is, yeah. Yes, Candice, what are your thoughts on that?
Here's the thing. I would agree with you, but we have to realize who Billy is. Billy is that person. Again, look at what he was trying to work with Devon and all of them, right? And he made it all about himself. That's the problem with Billy is Jill on that level where it has to be all about him. I don't care if you want to work with me or not. It's all about me. And that's the problem. When I saw it, first and foremost, yes, I got to give it to Jason Thompson and Peter Bergman because I will always say this. I think, James, you said it too. The Abbotts are so real.
Yes.
Like you can feel the sibling rivalry, you can feel the love, you can feel all of that.
Yes.
But in this situation, I felt as though Jack was feeling John's spirit a little bit.
Yes.
And that's why I keep saying Billy does not have that father figure situation that Jack has. Nope. So Jack not only trying to be big brother, but he's also kind of being a father. Like everything John did for Jack, Jack is trying to do for Billy. I wish y'all would do that for Kyle, but that's another story for another moment. Okay. So I'm like watching it and I'm thinking to myself, now, Jack, think about what you're saying to who you're saying it to, because Billy is you from 30 years ago. Now, the way that Billy is acting. So as much as I want them to work together and show the world, hey, brothers united, Billy is going to do something to mess this all up. I couldn't buy what he said.
But I will tell you something. I have siblings again. I have siblings and stuff. It just, I'm sorry, you're bound together. There's sometimes, they do wrong, they mess up. But if you love he loves his brother. If you love them, you're always going to root for them and hope that they do better next time. I'm saying, can we just call it dysfunctioning, call it dependent, whatever you want to call it, it's just life. And I think anybody who has a sibling or siblings understands that. Sometimes you can break it off and be like, fuck, I'm done, we're not doing anything. Sometimes you can't. It's your sister, it's your brother. You love them. You want to come in and still be there and help them out. You're watching them self-destruct. You want to and that's why Jack's like, take the job. Fucking just take it.
Like, do it.
Just do it. And so I think Jack does see himself in Billy. I think Jack does see Billy as doing things he should be doing. And Billy did screw over Lily, I think. But Lily is not innocent either, folks. Lily has her own stuff. That's another story too. But that's what makes it why I liked this week on some level, because I'm like, now we get into the relationships. We're getting into the history. And it was funny when Phyllis walked in and Jack just got up, like get his money out. He's ready to leave. It was like, yeah, he's not gonna sit there with Phyllis and Billy. He's not gonna do that. And so I just think I like that they're back in the city and talking about these because to me it's not one or the other. I just feel like it's all complicated. Everybody involved is complicated.
They're
Jack,
messy.
Jill, yeah, Jack, Jill,
Went
Colin,
up the hill.
you know, everybody, even John, he was messy. That was messy. I mean, and maybe he was all in there. So it was messy. It was all messy. And so I think we have to remember that a lot of these people are here again. They should have been here. That was kind of the whole point. I mean, you know, so it's just you know, and it's like Diane. She's messy also. Phyllis is messy. When they had their little talk 2 weeks ago, a week ago, it was like that was kind of funny. You came back from the dead. You came back from the dead. How long were you back? How long were you
That
gone?
was funny.
That was funny. So I'm just saying I kind of take that it's a soap opera and there's different writers all through time. So, but somebody you got to fight, you got to make it work in the current time. And yeah, Jack is the biggest enabler. Sure, I can go with that. That's fine. But the whole thing is, it's like, I mean, it sounds great to go. Just cut off your brother. Just say that's it. We're done. That's not how life works. Mm-hmm. It just isn't. It's just not like it's not how life works. And I don't know. I'm just saying. Just you know, the fact that Lily and Devon have fought. I mean, oh my God, when Hillary died, I mean, it was always they were. I mean, I thought they were done. Lily went to jail. I thought they were done. No, they're brother and sister. Of course, it's not done.
I mean, Victoria and Nick.
Victoria and Nick. Oh, they've had some stressful shit going on over the years, but they're not. I mean, they're not. I mean, this whole Cole thing. I mean, remember Victor thought Cole was his son for a while. Cole was fucking Nikki. I mean, like, there's a bunch of stuff that happened in that family.
Man, that was some good old days back then. You know.
And Victoria gave some ultimatums, and it was all when it was the other time.
She slapped her dad.
Slapped her dad, which you slapped Victor Newman. So I'm just saying, it's kind of like, I know it sounds great to say, well, they should just leave their brother alone. Like, but in real life,
you can't do that.
They just stop just because, no, you want to try to help them still. Whether it's misguided or not, I totally agree with that. But I love my guys love conversations. And then Phyllis in all of this is an interesting part of this because she has relationships with everyone. But she wants redemption, she wants success. She's thinking about herself completely.
About time, girl.
Yeah, I agree. I think with Phyllis, she wants a win. So yes, it's when he revealed his plan, Samantha, it was kind of crazy, right? He wants all the companies. I mean, chances are it's not going to work, but I just think it's kind of fun. Why not? Do something big. Why come in? I'm just going to take Winters or Chancellor. That's not exciting. Let's see what happens when everybody's trying to fight each other. I'll take that. Why not? I'll take that. I mean,
I just don't want it to be the same thing that we've done before, like with Ashton Locke and all of them, where, all right, you have this big baddie come in, oh, I'm going to take over all these companies. And then next thing you know, wah, wah, wah. Because again, who goes against Victor Newman? You have to be a strong motherfucker, I'm sorry, to go through and battle that dragon. And we all know what happens.
Oh my God. One of my favorite moments of this week involved Victor. When Audra and him were talking, the looks on his face in that chair had me dying. And we was like, and we're done. And she didn't leave because they went to commercial. The way he looked at her like, oh, this bitch ain't trying to step to me. I couldn't stop laughing because I know Eric Brain in real life, and he's down home. He's down home, folks. He's hood. But Victor Newman was like, this little bitch. I told you we're done. And she ain't taking no for an answer. And she looked at him. She had the right look, too. She looked at him in that cute dress. She looked at him. Right. And he looked at her. But his face was like, I was like, oh, my God. He's like Tony Black. I loved it. It was all black look to me. It made me laugh so hard. I was like, you go, Victor. He had a bunch of expressions. Like, oh, really? He's like, oh, really?
Zuleika did something with her lips where I felt like it was like she was about to do like this. Like,
okay. Right. Exactly. I kind of liked it.
I was like, showdown. Like, nobody better come in.
Yeah, because literally, I mean, it was, oh my God. And also with him and Nikki. Oh my God. I don't got time for you right now. And I couldn't. Nikki had me laughing too, and he was like, "We're over." He was like, "Okay." And when she went to leave, he's like, "Baby, we can't end it like that and like on a bad
Like,
note,
baby,
baby."
we can't leave that.
Oh my god! And she turned around, she's like, she was so exasperated. That whole thing, and he was just kind of like, "Come on, girl." It made me laugh. The whole thing made me laugh. Victor did more in that chair than most people could do in a say. I just thought it just his looks were hilarious, and he was still like, "Oh, you don't want to push me." He was like, he's like, "What you say for Bronte is done, bitch." Basically, he didn't say bitch, but he was like,
That I left Audra did was like, she was like,
"Yeah."
and
She was like,
what? Like, and what? Like, I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. And you're
"Audra
gonna
can
have
wear
to
a white
drag
dress."
me.
Yes, she can. That Audra, she looked hot. When she walked in, it was like, "Pam, pam, pam,
I'm
pam."
telling y'all know how I feel about Suleika Silvers. That's my girl crush. I've been on for like what now? What we going on 3 years now?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: I noticed a big change this week in the Audra, in the character of Audra and her writing. I noticed that they're gonna make her. Please don't mess this up, Young and Restless. I don't ask for much in life. To me, this is who Audra is. She's that vixen. She's that messy, get in your face, looking good with her makeup. Seriously, shout out to the makeup team, the hair and wardrobe. She is the girl that I'm like, yes, like, yeah, she has her little moments,
They agree with
with
you.
Nate.
Yes.
Like, by the way, poor
But,
Nate.
but all this week, she was letting people know who she was or who she wasn't. Because that scene when they were talking, when they were talking mess about her at at Crimson Lights, and she just walked up. I ain't going nowhere. I said, I want to keep on. I want to cut.
Like, well, I mean,
Like, I'm not going out town. And she had that look on her face, like, no, but I'm not going nowhere.
like, I'm not going anywhere. Don't even try to push me out. I'm here to stay.
Yeah, she stood her ground. I
And
like
and with her and Claire, oh my God, please don't mess this up, Young and Russell. I don't ask for much. But I look, this is the Audra. I mean, again, I like her with Nate.
however, comma.
I felt like her vulnerability, like we saw it when she was talking about that baby that she had with Noah, that I actually think is Holden's baby, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen how she is towards Amy. This is why it's making it hard for the situation about Nate. But can we wait? Can we talk about that, or you want to talk about the other thing?
Yeah. There's a lot to talk about. Not yet. Okay, so I want to finish with Audrey.
Okay.
About Audrey because we have more with Audrey. So
Yes.
when she said, you used to get whatever you want. You're not like, oh, well, we had to fight for everything, and she like walked out, and Jack was like, wow, okay. She told Jack off, and I was just kind of like, Jack off. She told Jack about it, and I just caught that and did that. I was like, oops. It's a Sunday show, but she told Jack about. It's like, you don't get it. Like you don't get. You got a silver spoon basically. And when she walked out, so I actually liked that. And Jack kind of stood there like he didn't know what to say because it was like, I mean, she's like, wait. But her and Claire, I kind of like it. Claire is done with her. So first, let's go back to Claire and her grandfather. Woo! She was like, yeah, you will not tell me what to do, and you will not tell me. I mean, she was like, nope. She was pissed. I was like, okay, crazy Claire, come on out, girl. The water's fine. Come on out, girl. I'm hoping it comes out. And then when Audra, when she had the whole thing at the house and she's going back and forth with Kyle, and Kyle's kind of seeing she's a little much. He's like, just let it go. Don't worry about it. And then with her and Audra, when Audra pulled that stunt, so you left your charger in from the train, and when Claire's just looking at her, she was looking at her like, oh, this bitch is trying. And Kyle's like, what are you talking about? He knew he was on her. Like, what are you talking about? And Audrey was having a good old time. And then when they ran each other later, they ran each other again.
Let me just say this.
Woo!
I said this like weeks prior on here and everywhere. I said, when everybody comes back to the GC, Kyle, because I know everybody is like, they wanted Kyle and Audra to have this scandalous affair. And I was like, no, something's going to happen because we got to think about how this is going to affect Claire. Claire lost her father. Rest in peace, Cole. Your service was great, by the way. I cried on the whole time.
Okay.
I cried when they talked about the two people that knew him. everything. We got more out of that than Chance's death. But you know what? I'm gonna let it go. Let it go, America. But anyway, so you got Kyle was trying to tell Claire, and he didn't tell her all the truth. And I was like, I knew it. I said, where's Victor at? Where's Audra? Somebody's going to be and say something. So the fact that Claire was like saying all this, I mean, Audra was saying this, and Claire, you see Claire's wheels was turning. You saw like something was, and I'm like this. Are we doing this? Are we doing this? Are we finally going to have Claire come out of her cocoon and be a little bit sassy, salt, stuff like that? But with Audra, she was giving you the neck roll. She was like, I can have him whenever I want to, kind of vibe. I was like, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight. We have a rival with Audra and Claire. And I'm sorry, but I need the writing to continue. I'm now worried about this because I'm like, okay, Claire, we know she got a lot on her plate right now. Her father's death, Victor, Shade, and Kyle saying he is never going to be a part of that family again. You got Claire now has to deal with Audra. Audra's like this, la-di-da, la-di-da, Sandra D, you're going down. And I'm just like, oh.
And you got Victor going after Billy Boy every chance he can get.
All day long. And then you got him going after Adam. Well,
Yeah. Well, Adam, it was funny because you got Adam and Victoria are now kind of friendly to each other. They kind of
which is weird.
Weird. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, he's nice enough to. I mean, Victor's like, I'm back. So I agree. And Tasha makes do what I said before. Victor needs to lose a little bit.
He does.
The Sonny Corinthos syndrome. You need to lose a little bit, not just in family, but in business. You need to lose a little bit so we can see the Victor try to come back. I mean, that's all. I think other folks.
Who do we want to do that though?
I don't care. I don't give a fuck who it is. I was like just somebody. I was like I feel like you can't be on top forever, and that's just it. We need something to it because he's Victorious Newman. That's how you get the name. That's the whole thing. It's like I want to see him lose a bit, eat a little crow, and then come, and then it's like, the old Victor will come out, and you gotta be now let's get scared. That's what I kind of want. I kind of want that. I mean, remember he lost a long time ago when Jack when Jack took over, and it was kind of fun to see that. But then we knew, Victor's gonna come back, and that famous scene. I want you out of that seat. That is my chair. Oh, really? And Jack opens up the thing, and it's like, this, and he throws out, have a seat on me.
Oh, no, I even got one even better because I was thinking about this. Is when Jack and Brad was talking, and here comes Nick and Victoria, and then all of a sudden, here comes Victor walking in, and everybody's face, Jill and them was like,
yep.
Like, what the heck are we gonna do now? We don't got no job. Like, what's going on here? But I definitely, because I was thinking about, I'm like, all right, so you got Adam, who, first and foremost, I don't know what they're doing with Adam, which is kind of like, I don't want to say he's almost like Abby, but.
Well, everybody's mentioned how Abby's not in anything anymore, so we don't even know.
What was the point of her being over in the freaking? Because then Kane asked for Abby, like, where's Abby at? Did we get even Abby's response to Chance's death? No. Everything happened off screen. Nina's reaction. Well, we're gonna see Nina probably at Danny and Cricket's wedding, probably.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, all jokes. No, I'm sorry. I gotta do this. I have a problem, Young Investors, of how you handle Chance's death. Because to me, Damien is one thing, and I guess Holden doesn't know or didn't know about it. I don't know. You got, what was his name again? Carter Spencer. What was the guy's name? The assistant.
Carter Spencer Carter.
Carter. Whatever it was. What he committed suicide. Which, Young Investors, you should have put a thing on there talking about suicide. It's a very serious subject. But he committed suicide after lusting after Cain. Say what you want. I don't care. He said, I will do anything for him. So what kind of things did you do for him? I'd like to know. Anyway. But Cain has 3 deaths on his hands. But with Chance, I mean, again, so I'm sorry. I need to see Nina's on screen. So we'll probably see that when she comes back for the wedding.
Yeah, Paris, it was funny when Claire said clocked Audra's teeth threw back at her. Nate is such a great guy. No, Claire knew what she was doing. Claire always kept mentioning Nate so much. He's really there for me and my mother. I love it. I'm like, and Audra's like, She's
in the perfect world, Claire would have hooked up with Nate to drive Audra crazy.
See, I think, listen, for me, that's too obvious. I think I want her to hook up with Holden.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna bother her like you were and remember Audra, there's nothing wrong between Holden. You guys are friends or whatever. And now it bugged the crap out of her. And then, but Nate finds out that Kyle and Audra hooked up, so he goes back to Victoria.
Oh yeah, I mean, I see that, but I'm also thinking like to kind of be like a little messy, to kind of not have everything so predictable. You know what I mean? Like, because again,
I can't see Nate and Claire together. I can't see.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I was just saying like that would be kind of interesting. But yeah, they have put Holden in Claire because also, for you guys remember, Kane gave Holden a list of people to be close to, and Claire was on that list. And so, they've been hanging out. And plus, Audra and Holden got that secret. It's about that baby. I don't care what nobody tells me. It's about that baby. We're never going to see that baby, but still. But yeah, we're starting to see. I'm hoping the writer, because this is who I want Claire to be. I want her to be like a Kendall Hart, a little bit of Dinah, not Patty so much, because I saw a lot of people comparing her to Patty Williams. Yeah. I just need for her to be messy and not so Pollyanna. Go ahead, James. Do your speech. A Pollyanna, not slandering. Go.
You can't have cat. You can put cats in the mail. I can't like kids playing a lawn. I'm not going to do it. I can totally do it. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, see, this was where it was going to tie into not slandering.
I don't want to see the world through rose-colored glasses. I want the world to be rose-colored. Don't get me started.
Okay, check out James on the Not Landing After Show on JLJ Media.
I talked about it on there, so no, I did the whole speech. It's on there.
I know, but I was doing a plug. Plugging.
Rose-colored. People should be nice. Nice should be the norm. I say it all the time to this day. People should be nice. Nice. I'm sorry I can't have my kids play in the front lawn. I was like, I had to put an alarm on my house, and you can't send cash in the mail. That's not the way it's supposed to be, Gary. I want to be a Pollyanna.
And see, it also ties in because Ted Chesterfield was checked for it. I can't even say his name. Was on Young and the Restless. And John Vaughn. See how it tied in, y'all? See how we just did that? But anyway, back to Claire. But this is the same girl who killed Jordan, who was taught from Jordan. So yeah, I need for the writers to go ahead and whatever they're going to do, let her break out of that cocoon, the cocoon. And I believe that with the right writing, Claire versus Audra could be hot, messy, because they tried it with Audra and Summer. They tried it with Claire and Summer. So now they find, because both Haley and Suleika play off of each other very well.
Yes.
So I'm here for it, but I will say, I'll speak for some of us, is that we've seen how when they have a character that's so spicy like Audra, they either write her into the corner, making her lose, or they take a character like Claire too far. So I'm hoping that I want to see Audra stay. That's what I'm saying, because I'm thinking about Mia. Oh my gosh, if Mia and Audra met, oh, that was so sexy.
So Brandon Larkins, the chat.
Hi, Brandon.
Tony J just loves you, of course.
Whatever.
Yes, Rory Gibson's on State of Mind today. He's on today's episode of State of Mind.
Oh, yes? Is it today?
Yes, today. I knew because originally, here's a little inside tea, because originally I asked him to be on my show like a couple weeks ago, and he was like, I'm actually filming Maurice Bernard's show right now. So, okay. So that's how he came on when he came on. But I knew he was going to be on there. So, very nice. Ooh. Brandon Larkin says, well, Water needs you to write Candice Mack. And I know, we should write the show.
I mean, if I write Young and the Restless, I'm going to tell y'all right now, some things will be shook to the core, and I'm taking characters out. I'm bringing back hurricanes, tornadoes, snow avalanches. I'm bringing all that back. We got James, you got the budget. We're going to do the budget together. We're going to make the show. The real reason is number one. And not just because of loyalty. We're going to show you why the show is number one. We're going to get it back to what William J. Bell told y'all it was going to be. We're going to bring the young into the Young and the Restless while keeping our vets that we love. Oh, yes, we are. And a new opening credit.
Tony J's like, Miss Mack, relax. You already got Greg.
And I'm going to have Greg Vaughn on Young and the Restless too. We're going to bring him back as a new character. Yes, he played Diego, but we're going to have him play a new character.
Yes, Brad Larkins, Bowley's to cast J. Lott. I ain't forgot Casey. That's right. Wrong show, though. We have to say it on the Bold and Beautiful show. He don't watch this one.
Oh, wait a minute. I just saw the chat real quick. Samantha, girl, none of us like this Mariah storyline.
Oh, let's go there really quick then. Really quick, because I have nothing to say just to that. Fans, Mariah fans, we pissed. You saw the previews for next week. Daniel. It's falling for Tessa. Bye, gay storyline. You guys get ready.
All my children fans, we've been through this before. Because some of you guys watch Young and Russell, so we all been through. James, if we can find the clip. I said this, 4 months ago, that this is what was, because to me, this story does not have, it's all scattered. It shouldn't have happened. Shout out to Kate, to Cam's, and even Michael Grossaday, because I feel for social media purpose, the slander,
Greg needs to be lucky on GH. I know. Grant's all I know. I just wanted to call Casey out. I know. I'm just saying, you don't watch this show. It's the other show, which is next.
But no, I'm just saying, what's the point of it? What was the point of all of this? What was the point of bringing Michael Swan on and not having play Sharon's father?
I know. We've had this dumb stuff with Noah already. I know. Tessa is gay with a capital G. That's what you think. I think it'll be a lowercase G.
I'm just going to call it out now. Somebody's going to get pregnant. Tessa. It's seriously going to be Bianca. For those who don't understand what I keep saying, all my children, you have Bianca Reese, played by Tamara Braun, and Thorsten K. Zach. Need I say more? Because next thing we know, we got baby Gabriella. Stay tuned.
Daniel to develop feelings for Tessa. Way too soon. Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the one thing, folks, you think about soaps, they run on a different time. So to have Daniel single for too long is boring. So you gotta have him in some kind of relationship.
We all knew this was going to happen as soon as they put those two together.
Right.
And the thing is that Josh Jelby Griffin, and I said what I said, he said, could Tessa be Daniel's, could it go that way? And I know that for soap purpose, it is kind of interesting. It's like, okay, here you have a straight male having feelings for somebody who is, now here's the thing. At first they said she was bi. Then they said she was lesbian. You know what I'm saying? So we had to play that card a lot. But it's sort of like, okay, now does Tessa recuperate? Does she give into her feelings? Like, what is going to go on with her? What's happening with Mariah? Do we really know all that happened with Mariah stuff for her suffocating? Poor Duncan. You know what? Y'all wasted Michael Swan.
So on the special celebrity events, I can say this much. I was the host and Tariah were the guests. And I know that fans don't like these stories. They get upset. But I can tell you, don't feel bad for the actors because they love playing this stuff. It gives them something to play. It's going to give Kate Fairbanks something different to play because she's been playing nothing basically. So now, even though it's on camera, meaning people that like it, but it's just so you know, the actors are enjoying themselves and they can play something different. That's kind of thing on soap opera because usually you play the same beat over and over again, right, on soaps. So to get anything different, they welcome it. So, but of course, Kate and Cameron are very aware of the Tariah fan base. They love the Tariah fan base. They love them, always do they can for them. But they're also actors. So we can say we don't like it. And, oh my God, what's going on? But I just let you know they're happy to play these roles, this stuff, because they get something different.
I will agree with you, but I'm also agreeing with Sam. And I think a lot of people have been saying this, is that if they wanted to mess them up, which again, you know how what I said is that even if you're a same-sex couple, you're still going to go through the mess of all soap couples, right? You go through the cheating, you go, why not bring another female to the canvas like Shaniqua? Or can you imagine Young and Restless actually having a character named Shaniqua?
Named Watermelon Andrea.
One of them.
Yeah. Great pizza.
Cherry.
Cherry. Precious.
Peaches. But no, like, why not have that? But again, I have to think with inserting a male, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. Sometimes with a soap, they want to do the shock value. Let's keep it 100. They do. Because they were like, oh, what if Tessa develops feelings for Daniel in a way that is like, I don't know, like this could be a triangle between Mariah, Tessa, Daniel. Okay. I see that. Do I want that as a fan?
I'll put some lotion on while you're talking.
Yeah. Sponsored by what kind of lotion?
It is Joyce Gerard. I love her. She's Puerto Rican. This is her Puerto Rican passion fruit.
All right, go ahead. Okay. Talking about passion during daytime. There you go. But but no, I'm just like, I'm all over the place with the storyline. I think it's too stretched out for me to even care. I hope there is payoff somewhere.
Storylines all over the place.
So. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it took six to 8 weeks for us to get to, like, we started this February, you guys? February, March? Then we started back up around May. They dropped it. It's now August. We got some leeway. So around October, November, we should have the conclusion. Or something. But yeah. I mean, I'm glad that the actors are working. Hey, you gotta pay some bills.
Mostly insurance. All medical insurance.
Oh yeah. And a new car.
You live in LA, so yeah.
I ain't saying no names.
A lot of it is all for insurance.
And I agree with that. Too much stuff, even the Taraya stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff that should be shown on screen is happening off screen.
I know. Folks, we have a few more minutes. What did we miss? I'm sure you missed something.
Let's see. Oh, Audra's gonna take your job, Sally.
But they're friends.
I don't care. See, okay. Young and Restless, again, hi, it's me. You got Audra, who's now being the Audra that I know and love. I need for y'all to do something with Sally ASAP, because we ain't doing this today. Sally could be all in Audra's face. Don't make the same mistake you did with Chloe and Chelsea. And on that note.
Yeah. Folks, we're gonna end it here. We got a lot to say about Bold. Trust and
Lord.
Trust and believe.
Lord.
So we're back in 15 minutes, 11:30. It's 11:14 right now, where I'm at, wherever you are, 15 minutes from now.
Wherever you are in this neck of the woods.
Yes. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, because we do have, I do want to devote at least an hour to that show, because we have a lot to talk about.
It's just that one scene. It's that one scene that we should just talk about. That one particular, nobody cares about the whole Brooke Ridge thing. It's that one particular scene.
No, there's 2 scenes. Hello, Luna and Lee, and Sheila.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna say that, but over the last 24 hours, and people in the chat, you guys who go on Twitter, you know that's one particular scene has now become the scene that everybody's talking about. They don't care anything else about what's going on in the show.
On this show, we talk about everything. So we're going to talk about it, all the scenes. We're going to talk about on Bold and Beautiful mini spotlight.
You were going to say rewind?
I said wrong show. But we'll talk about it all. But we love you guys, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes. If you're doing a Bold. Otherwise, we'll see the GH people. We'll see you in a couple hours, GH.
Hey, guys.